on the farm. I am shocked at how cold it is. I've actually got my Carhartt back on. I was actually just getting ready to put this away for the season, and today I don't think it's above 50, and we're supposed to get some cold weather this weekend. It's supposed to be like 42 or something on Saturday, which doesn't sound pleasant considering the nice 70s that we were experiencing last week. So I was going to actually do a little bit of a tour of some of the pastures on the farm, but because it's so cold and it's also windy, I decided to go ahead and forego that. So I'm just going to do some work here around the barn. I'm actually running hot wire up and over the barn. That way I can have the goats and the cows out at the same time on the same energizer. So come along with me as I do that. I'm going to get everybody out into their paddocks right now. We're training the cows on a single strand of hot wire, so that's why I need to get them over there. But come along with me as I get chores done and get that little project taken care of. Oh, and real quick, I did want to apologize for the sound quality of last week's video. I know that it was pretty bad, and I'm sorry about that. So that's why I am now wearing the headset, and as dorky as it looks, it's going to give the best sound quality. So like I said in that video, you know, we don't have any fancy equipment. I don't have a fancy camera. This is literally my cell phone, and I'm literally using my Bluetooth headphone for for a microphone. So it is what it is. You know what? This is how we're going to roll for a while until you know, we feel that it's worth it to get some more expensive equipment. But you know, got to be frugal where you can. So anyways, just wanted to shout out about that real quick. You know, sorry about the sound quality. Hopefully we should have good sound quality going forward, but I hope you enjoyed that content anyways. And I better get these goats out before they start jumping over the door in their stall. So before I put the goats out in this section, I actually need to fix their hot fencing. We use reels with IntelliTwine electric fencing. I think I've talked about it before, but I have just these reels kind of like wrapped around this post right here, and they just kind of suck. They're not holding up real well. So I'm going to use some tool straps and get these posts strapped in. Hopefully the sound quality is okay on this video. I don't know how well you can hear me, but I may have to do a voiceover. Anyways, I'm going to get these fixed so that they hold up a little bit better. That way my goats don't get out. Alright, so I got that done. It's a little janky, but I think it'll work. You know what? It is what it is, and I think it'll keep them in a little bit better, keep that fence from sagging. So I'm going to go let them out here and get them all situated, and then I'll get to work on the cow side of the barn. This really could have been bad. I did all of that work with eggs in my pocket. I almost had a pocket omelet. That would have been terrible. I'm going to go put these somewhere safe before I finish up my work. Charger hooked up, and now I'm going to move the cows over into their side so I can get to work on running this hot fence, and then we can start training them to the electric, because we need to put them out on actual pasture, not just in the barn paddocks. So we really need to get them trained so that they know that they can't go through the electric, because you see all this, right? My cows need to eat that. That's why we bought this farm. So let's get that going. Obviously, the cows hate me. They never follow me or basically do anything that I want them to do. Ryan, he just like stands there and they follow him wherever he wants them to go, but not me for some reason. So I had to get the handy dandy grain scoops out and finally got them to come over. Oakley does. She's not bad about following me. She's the first one that usually does what I need her to do, which is good considering that she's going to be my milk cow. So I'm glad that she actually listens to me. But everybody's in their spots. The cows are over there, goats are over there. So now what I need to do is just run that wire. I've got most of the pieces up. I'm going to let Osu out. He is, just a quick update on him. He is not quite up to going out yet with the goats. He's very cautious. He actually got popped by the hot wire once, and he's a little bit traumatized about it. So we're working on getting him back out there with the goats in the paddock. It's kind of a good thing that he's traumatized by the hot wire, because then I don't think that he's going to be as inclined to go through it, but he is young, so that may change. But right now he basically just hangs around the barn when the goats are out, which is, not a bad thing, considering that when he's with the goats, he's going to be coming up to the barn every night. It's not like he needs to be out there with them at night or whatever. So he'll get used to it, and I think he'll be just fine. But he's a good boy. He listens really well, and he loves being with his goats. Come here, Bubba. Come here. He was taking a nap. Come here, sweet boy. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. He's such a good boy. He really is. Are you a good boy? Are you going to go eat? Okay, go eat. Okay, so I've got all of the insulators up on the barn. Those little yellow guys right about there. That's really hard to do. So I've got all the insulators up on the barn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run the hot fence around this paddock and then attach a jumper from the hot fence up to another piece of wire. I'm going to run the wire up and over and then attach a jumper to the goat fence over there. It should work. That's what I think it'll work. I'm curious if it will be as hot as it needs to be. I'm running about 9,000 volts right now on the goat fence, so I'm just curious what it's going to take it down to, if anything, when I get this other side set up. Technically, it shouldn't reduce that very much, if at all, because I was running 9,000 when I had 3 strands. So I've got 2 strands here, and then I'm going to do 1 strand over here. And it should be the same. It should work. We'll see how it goes. Oh my gosh, you guys. I got the wire ran. It's all the way across. It goes from the cow side all the way across to the goat side. I think I did it high enough. I was worried about making sure this was high enough that nobody would touch it, but I think we're good. So now I'm gonna run the spool around the cow paddock, and then I can connect everything, and hopefully this works. Tell us how you really feel, babe.
Cold.
Says the Ohio guy, who's cold.
It's just because I'm not used to the warm.
You got California eyes?
No, I was fine with the winter. When winter was here, I was fine. But now that it's been warm for the past week, I don't like this.
We did get spoiled last week because it was in the 70s, and we very much enjoyed it. I think we both agree that we're ready for some warm weather. So it's actually the next day from.
It's officially spring, and it's not spring. This is ridiculous. This is not spring weather. I know spring weather, and this ain't it.
Hashtag rant. Hashtag winter rant. Hashtag spring rant. Emmy, go hold Daddy's hand. My hands are full, sweet girl. Anyways, it is the next day. I ended up not being able to finish that project that I started. Put them in your pocket then, sweet girl. I'll give you a hand warmer in just a second. Lulu woke up, and then we needed to go into town to get hay and do some other stuff, and the day just kind of got away from us. So we are heading out on this brisk morning. I think it's 36 this morning, so it is a bit chilly. We're heading out to do chores, then finish up that project. I'm not sure, we may be moving pigs today. I know we definitely need to feed them. So come along with us as we do chores and just... Good morning, buddy. Here, Al, you want to put his food down? Okay. Oh, you don't need a stool? Oh, goodness gracious. Look at you, girlfriend. Thanks. You are a big girl. Look at you. Do you need help closing that up? Yeah. Out in their hot fence, so hopefully it all goes well and they figure it out. We'll be checking on them obviously a lot today just to make sure. They're busy eating right now, so there's not a lot of activity when their face is in their food bowl. So we're gonna head out, feed the pigs real quick, and then I think we'll be done. Chores in either the truck or the tractor. We're still feeding out of the truck or the tractor. We went. It's very talented, Ella. Show us what you're doing. No, it's not working. We went over yesterday to the Kubota dealership in the next bigger town over to talk to them about the side-by-sides. They don't have any in stock. From what I understand, he said that it's been about a month that they have been waiting for some to come in. So we are on the list. The next time they get some in, could be a month, could be a year, who knows. we are on the list to get one. So fingers crossed that happens soon, and we can be doing this out of the side-by-side instead of Ryan's truck. Night night, Emma. Okay. Ella get one egg, Emma get one egg. Where's that? Ella, you get one. Okay, Emma, you get one. Show me what you got, Elle. Okay. Take it inside. Don't put it in your pocket. Because you make an egg omelet. Or a pocket omelet. What you got, Em? See it. Get it out of your pocket. Yeah, it doesn't go in your pocket. We don't want pocket omelet. Oh, pretty. Alright, well, the last of the chores are done. I am heading out with the chicken feed right now. They're probably going to follow me. Come on, chicks. Come on, chicks. They know I'm the keeper of the feed. So the electrical company came out and he marked off some spots, kind of gave us some direction on what we needed to do for the electrical for the two barns. We're going to run actually a second meter to the two barns straight off the power poles, which we actually like that option the best because then our house and the farm electrical is separate. You know, at our house in California, it was always a little bit complicated to try and figure out how much electrical the farm was using and how much electrical was coming from the house. It didn't matter a ton because we had the solar panels, but obviously here we're going to be paying for all of our electricity. So it's nice to be able to know who is drawing what power. Obviously, I know that the freezer and the brooder lights and all that jazz is going to be pulling a whole lot more power than what our house is using. But the unfortunate thing is here's the power pole that they're pulling off of. Here's our driveway. And here is the stake for where another power pole needs to be. And then they're going to run it across to this barn. That way it can power the freezer. So it kind of sucks that we're going to have to put a power pole right here in basically the middle of the barnyard. We can drive around it. There's plenty of room, and even if we get the semi-loads of feed like we have planned, it's still enough room, you know, that they can swing around. But it just kind of stinks that we have to put that there. But it's the only way, unless we wanted to build power poles, you know, going way out and around, and that's just not cost effective. So it is what it is. They're going to get us a cost for that, and then we have to run all the power and everything to the barn. So they're just basically putting the meter up, and then we're responsible for running the lines in the barn and putting the box in and all of that stuff. So luckily, we are in a county that does not require a licensed electrician to do that. It does have to be inspected by the county once we do it, but we can do all the work ourselves as long as it's up to their code or whatever it is, and then we can have it inspected. And then when it's all done, the power company comes out and adds attaches the wires and all that. So, all right, thanks for following along with us today, guys. Just kind of a regular day on the farm, getting some work done, getting some projects done that we needed to do. It's cold. I'm going to go inside and do some office work inside before we have to come out and do afternoon and evening chores. So thanks again for following along with us. I hope you had fun, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, real quick, I wanted to just add that the homesteading series that I had talked about in a couple of videos back, I had mentioned that I was going to start a series on, a homestead, getting started in homesteading, getting started in small farming. That series is starting this Tuesday. We're going to do those videos in addition to our regular weekly vlog style videos, and those are going to be more in-depth videos on how each of the parts of our farm works and getting started with each of those different aspects of, small farming or homesteading. So look for that on Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe, that way you get notified when those come up. See ya.